if you want me to screen share anything. Hi, it's Charlotte Pierce. I'm the president of Independent Publishers of New England, and I'm here talking about book discovery with Jason Freeman of instaFreebie, which he'll explain all about in a little bit. How you doing, Jason?
Great. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Yeah, it's a big topic for our members. We are just a little bit about the show. If you're just joining us for the first time, we are on every Thursday at noon, and we are a ravenous consumer of content about the publishing process on this show. So it's called Ask the Experts. And if you have an idea for either a topic or a person that you'd like to see on the show, please send a message to, me, president at IPNE.org, president at IPNE.org. There it is on my little name thing. And Jason, since I last talked to you, you've kind of gotten this company up and going. And can I ask you how did it grow? Did it grow out of Lebu, your previous company, or was it a spinoff, or did you just see a need out there?
Great questions. Yeah, so I've been in the industry now for a few years, and where instaFreebie came from was actually identifying a real need in the industry. I mean, right now we are the leaders in direct-to-consumer marketing and audience development for publishing. And so the way that we came about that is we saw a gap in basically the ability to directly connect and engage with the consumer. You know, when you think of Amazon and Nook and the consumers on those platforms, really basically those platforms feel like they belong to them, not to the author, not to the publisher.
Mm-hmm.
And so we wanted to go kind of bridge that gap. And we do that through instaFreebie, and it's really been pretty cool to see it, grow and be successful and help a lot of authors engage directly with their readers. So.
And what do you hear from independent publishers and solo? What do you call them? Authorpreneurs or something? About book discovery being what proportion of their work is this? I hear that it's a big challenge. Like, how do I get new readers? How do I get a loyal clump of readers? And do you have some feedback from your clients about that?
Yeah, we do. So it's interesting. So it's not just a problem for, emerging independent authors. We have the largest publishers in the world on our platform, and it's a problem for them too. I think the direct-to-consumer and audience development part of publishing is brand new for a lot of people, and seeing that authors basically take responsibility for discovery and understanding that they've got to engage their readers in an effective way, in an ongoing way, has been really important. And we hear it from everybody. We have lots of independent publishers, lots of independent authors on our platform. And as I mentioned, even the largest publishers, they're all trying to figure this out.
So they actually, all these people have registered and signed up and are regularly offering things through your site.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And I was going to ask you something really fascinating, but gosh, I can't think of it right now. I'm just is this like a magic bullet for authors and for publishers? What else do you think they need to do besides this to get their books out there? And how could this really complement a comprehensive? I mean, I think you're going to say no. It's they got to do more. But what else? What do authors do best on instaFreebie?
That's a great question. So what instaFreebie is really good at is helping you to spark or build that initial connection. So using content as a way to basically connect and engage with your readership is critical. And once you've established that connection, that's when the work really begins, and that, you've got to continue to engage them with offerings, continue to make sure that they are aware of the new things that you're doing, whether it's group collaborations. We see a lot of that on the platform right now. And what I mean by group collaborations, it's just basically a cross-pollination where authors, will do group giveaways, and they'll try to engage, with a broader readership. Usually the authors are connected by, something like a subgenre that they get very specific. And it's driven a lot of traffic to the site. I mean, we've had major spikes even in the last month. There's just been so much growth. And I attribute a lot of that to the collaboration that's starting to happen. And it's very, very cool.
Well, as I said, collaboration is the new competition. That's the theme of our conference. And, I think it came out of, everybody's kind of out there feeling like they're twisting in the wind, just like, I've been writing and now I've got to market my book, and, who's going to help me? And nobody really wants to, unless, or has the energy to, unless there's something in it for them. So if you're feeding into each other.
Yeah, you hope there's synergy, and there really is synergy from what we can see. Authors love it. They've started to tell us about it before they do it, because we help to amplify. So like we'll talk about them on our blog, which is blog.instaFreebie.com, if you want to see examples of what that looks like.
Let me see if I can get it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you, we noticed that that there are clumps of authors, like particularly in crime novels, or we have a lot of murder mystery publishers, and they've done things like go together to a library, a signing or a bookstore. Now, is that something they could tie into an instaFreebie?
Absolutely. I mean, we would be the virtual component of that, right? So,
right.
So you would, and we see this all the time, particularly let's say on the big publisher side, they'll do a digital giveaway, but then they'll also use instaFreebie to hand out giveaway cards at an event. So that just happened this last weekend and week at the RT, the Romance Conference in Las Vegas. So, like for example, our big publishing partners, I think we linked to this on the blog. So if you can scroll down, actually, what you're just showing right now is one of the most exciting things we've ever done. We have the exclusive sneak peek to.
You just froze up a little bit, so.
Sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I guess it was because I was so excited.
Yeah. While you're coming back.
And I think what's important about this example is that a giveaway does not have to be a whole book. It can be parts of a book. It can be a novella. It can be different things to just engage your readership.
Yes.
And so this is the first 3 chapters. This is not available anywhere else in the world, not on Amazon, not on Nook. And so this has been an incredible thing for us to be able to.
Are you watching the little graphs go up?
Well, it'd be like narcissists staring at the mirror, I think. I think we just sit there and watch it all day. So we've kind of did a moratorium.
Right, you have to draw the line somewhere,
Yeah, because the team is just so excited about this.
I saw that. That's how you're on, because I saw that yesterday. It was kind of like I don't know if you call that a soft launch or as,
That's exactly what it was. So it is a soft launch because we know that this is going to be such a big deal. Yeah, it's very cool. So this is a good example. You don't have to do just a whole book. And if you scroll down even farther, you can see an example. So this was from actually PAX. So this is a HarperCollins giveaway.
Okay.
And what they're doing is they have cards, and those are actually a picture of the cards on my desk, where they're going to be handing out, our partners are going to be handing those out at this video game conference this weekend.
Wow.
But there's an online giveaway component to it too. So they did both. So they printed cards with the giveaway, and then they also have the online open giveaway. Granted, there was a limited number of copies, but it was synergistic. So to answer your question, kind of circling back,
Yeah.
You had asked about, is there a physical component to this? Absolutely. And then there should also be a digital component to amplify that giveaway as well.
So if our authors, Amy Ray and Joyce Shore Johnson, do things together, if they were going to a bookstore for a reading of their mysteries, I forget what they call themselves. It's some fun, catchy. But how could they work in like? Would they give a card to the people who came for, you know, to download stuff on your site, or what would work for them?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's definitely a cost-effective way to give somebody something to leave with. So if you bring a card, you know, you can have printed those up on, let's say, like a Vista Print or something, where you're getting the online printing. They're really easy to do, and you can give them out at that event. They can link in the back matter or in the front matter to an actual, let's say, to a book to purchase on Amazon or Barnes and Noble, or Nook, excuse me. And so, yeah, you can use those to accelerate the event, and hopefully people click through to the storefront. Maybe it's an excerpt, first 3 chapters, let's say.
Okay. Yeah. So having a good website behind this is an important thing too. Yeah,
and you can use our website to actually fulfill the download. Just as you're going to the landing page right there, the reader would enter their name, enter their email address, and select the file type that they would want to load. Depending on whatever reader that they were using. If they were using Kindle or Nook, they choose the file type that was relevant to them. So.
And do a lot of people click this? You know, the publisher can email me about additional freebies.
Yeah, it's incredible how sticky the number is on that. So it's 30% of the people will click that.
30% is incredible.
Yeah. We've optimized this page over the last year. I mean, it may look simple, but there has been so much data.
Yeah, I'm sure it has.
It's gone into that page.
What I like, it's just uncluttered and clear. Now, is there a fee for this, or do you get a fee from the publisher, or what?
Yeah, the majority of our customers are on a free account. It's an actual free tool for independent authors, mainly will use it. But publishers, yes, will pay a fee. And then we have advanced features. So it's a freemium product. So, you know, as authors want to develop more advanced giveaways, like maybe password protecting a giveaway, or or doing those cards like a group giveaway, they can pay a small fee each month for.
And have you seen authors, publishers get be so successful at the free account that they feel like they can afford the?
I mean, that's the hope, right? You give them a really good tool, a really good experience, and as their readership grows, then they're going to need additional resources and tools. And so it feels right to kind of give them a really good experience and then grow with them as they grow. Absolutely. Are there other organizations doing this? Do people go around to a lot of these, or what's the, like other companies that do this kind of thing? I mean, there's Wattpad and so our main competitor, I would say, is really Dropbox. So people hacking, and I use our company uses document management systems, and file management systems. But a lot of times an author will host their own giveaway on something like Dropbox. They'll do a Rafflecopter giveaway. And
what's a Rafflecopter?
Yeah, so Rafflecopter is a site that is a hosted giveaway site. And it's just a way to kind of do a sweepstakes, let's say, for a reader. And you can hopefully harvest some email addresses for your newsletter and do a giveaway. And so a lot of the people coming onto our platform have a hacked solution right now. It's just not friendly. It's not fast. It's not easy.
Yeah. And I have tried putting some stuff up on Wattpad. I've actually I found more books to read myself on Wattpad than I have actually gotten feedback from.
Oh, interesting.
But I didn't really go, diligently into it like some people do. But I did
Okay.
find a really cool author and love her book. And
Very cool.
yeah, so there's things like that. And there's something in Europe, I forget what it's called, but it's used a lot in Europe on Kobo.
Okay.
Yeah. And so we were talking before the show about your relationship with Amazon, and I know they have their own things that you can do, Kindle Countdown and Kindle Exclusive and things like that. And do you see that as complementary to people's efforts on Amazon, or?
Sure. I mean, when you think about Amazon, a lot of the content that we are giving away ends up in the Kindle app.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a term that your authors have maybe, and publishers have maybe become aware with recently, which is the term side loading. So side loading content onto a specific reader device, or maybe multiple devices. It's amazing how many readers read on multiple, in multiple
Mm-hmm.
apps and multiple devices.
Mm-hmm.
And so empowering them with the giveaway to read wherever they want to read. Whereas
Mm-hmm.
when you're doing a giveaway on Amazon, really it's Amazon's readers. Like they want to sell them toilet paper, and they want to sell them Barbies, and they want to sell them a bunch of other stuff. And I guess that's the difference, is we don't mind if the content ends up on Kindle, but we want to be the bridge for the author and publisher to make a direct to consumer connection to that reader.
Yeah. So
does that make sense?
I mean, yeah, absolutely.
That's a long answer to your question.
It's like, using Facebook to have your blog. It's Facebook has got a lot of other agendas besides selling your books. So it's always good to have your own
and
direct.
It's interesting you bring up Facebook.
Mm-hmm. Cutting out a little bit, Jason, but.
And really, that's where most of the budgets that that they're reapplying to us come from, and that's Facebook marketing. So authors and publishers are spending a lot of money on Facebook.
Yeah.
It's very tough to do well and very expensive, because you're competing with brands like Walmart and Target, and their economics around email marketing are very different than an independent author.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah. So focus.
So that's why we're actually finding a lot of success on the discovery side of our platform, just because it's so easy to compete with Facebook in that way, because it's just not hard to beat them, really. It's so expensive.
And like a lot of our publishers and members at IPNE they're really interested in getting their books into bookstores, print books into bookstores. How could they use a service like this to, how could they leverage a service like this to increase their bookstore visibility?
That's a good question. I don't know if I have a direct answer, in the sense of, not a direct, but a clear A to B to C answer. But what I can tell you is, if you're building your platform and community around your content, you're going to have a lot more leverage than someone who doesn't have a following.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, that's my answer. It's not an easy answer, in the sense of, if you do X, Y, and Z, you're going to get into a bookstore. But if you're popular and people like and they engage with your content, I mean, that's the key, right?
And I suspect you have metrics that you deliver to the clients about what the clicks and all that are.
Yeah, so I mean, our authors and publishers are looking very closely at basically how many subscribers they're getting to their newsletter, or how many downloads they get from their giveaway. And they use it in conjunction with other marketing tools like Google Analytics for their website. So if they're hosting one of our giveaways on their site, then they're trying to understand what marketers would call their funnel. Like how well are they converting visitors to actual subscribe newsletter, subscribers.
So you have a code that people can use for their promotion?
Yeah, so that,
Yeah.
that one page that you had brought up a while back, people will use that landing page as their giveaway, basically landing page for their marketing activities. And it's built to convert readers to subscribers.
So this one you mean?
The one you had, the motorcycle club giveaway page up a little bit ago.
Was it on the blog?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Or if you just even do the Star Wars one. So this is a forced, that's a forced opt-in. So it doesn't have that little checkbox where it says, would you like to opt into this? This is actually.
Oh, okay. So you have to, because the pull of it is so strong that
Correct.
you feel like you can do that. Yeah.
Correct. And I mean, each giveaway is different in terms of.
Do people get to choose that, or do they?
Yes, they do. So that's one of the advanced features of the platform.
And how does one get into the blog?
That's a good question. So right now, it's very organic in terms of people let us know what's going on, especially on things like the group giveaways. So if you scroll down a little bit, let's actually take a look at one of those group giveaways. So what they do is they email us, or they Facebook message us, or Twitter message us. Keep going. I'm sorry, Charlotte. Not this one. I think probably not this one. I think one more.
Yeah. This one.
Here it is. Yep. So the authors will let us know. Usually one or two authors will organize the giveaway, and then they'll share it with us, and then we send it out to our blog subscribers and our social media community. So
as a user of instaFreebie, just kind of being aware that that's something you can do could really get you.
Yeah, I mean, if you
more
let us know and you can get us give us some heads up, we're happy to help.
So if we did something
these.
like all the IPNE Book Awards winners from last year, we could maybe do something like this.
Yeah, it's interesting. We want to make sure that we're that the authors are fully engaged, because they're going to be driving the community to this giveaway. But absolutely.
Okay. Yeah. Fully engaged. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, that's the same thing as we have a bookstore that's interested in putting up a shelf for the book
very
awards.
cool.
Yeah. So that, I mean, but they did mention, make sure they're available for appearances and how are the books fulfilled, and they wanted all that information too. So yeah. Well, I'm just so excited about this. This is pretty amazing. And I think we might present it to IPNE as an option. Maybe we should talk about that, because
sure.
we are
We're happy to help in any way we can.
We're really interested in making sure people start getting to know each other, and because we're all kind of, we're competing, but not really. We're kind of it's I'm not going to not read a book because it's also a mystery. It's like an unending market in some ways.
Yeah.
But
and I think moving away from the mindset that this is a zero-sum game, I think is really important. Because I mean, we've seen it on our platform where authors working together and finding synergy together is really a very powerful thing.
Yeah, we've got a book, a voiceover actor who's joined, and she's done a number of collaborations with members already. Just people who already have print books, and it's been really fun to see. So, would you be able to serve a audiobook?
Yeah, we don't have that functionality at this time, but we're very interested in it, and we've talked a lot about it. But it's on the roadmap.
That and also the picture book, the things, samples.
Yeah, good question.
A large
the file through email delivery, and so like that was very purposeful, actually. So when you're subscribing someone to, follow an author or a publisher,
Yes.
you saying, where do we deliver your book? Is a really powerful message to the reader to make them trust, that they should put in their email address in that landing page. And so we'd have to address a file size issue with content like children's books, because when you think of like Gmail or AOL or Yahoo, a lot of these email services have limits on how large of a file they'll accept.
Right.
And email deliverability is critical for us. And so we don't want to have, any issues with those with those with those email service providers. So
right. And I know, at least at the festivals that we take our members' books to, it's those picture books, those children's books are often the ones that people pick up first. They're easier to sell in a live thing. But I'm thinking that we could also we do the booksellers and the Library Association of Boston Book Festival, and then Boston Book Festival has another children's festival that they started in June. So we're going to be going to that, and it would be cool to maybe give out some cards or something, like when people don't want to make that decision, and there's like here's a little,
or maybe
you can sample it.
A sample of the book that would decrease the file size too, in terms of what the issue we just talked about, and then link to the storefront. So, and it doesn't have to be just a digital purchase there. You can link to the book, and they can choose to buy a physical book on Amazon. Cool.
Well, this has been a great, and I'm hoping that we can discuss having you come to the IPNE conference in October.
That'd be great.
I think in person you're just really terrific, and
thanks.
Nice. It's been nice to. You can even bring your bulldog.
You would love that.
The Sheraton in Portsmouth, that's where it is, and we went up to visit do a walkthrough, and they said they are pet friendly.
Oh, cool. He does come to work with me almost every day. So his name is Winston.
Winston. Yeah, my dog is just he is like such a mental health, asset. She's just.
Yeah, it makes all the difference, doesn't it? Just like reading. There's so much intrinsic value in the work that we do. And I think people forget about that a lot of times. There's so much focus on the economic value of our industry, but there's a reason why tyrants start with burning and banning books, and that's because they're just so important and so much impact.
And I
feel like pet ownership is the same thing. It has enormous.
It's like when I hear about a company being dog friendly, I realize that not everyone likes dogs, but it just seems like they're doing a lot for their employees. So.
Well, our team does love it. So
So let's keep talking. And how do people can people get a hold of you if they're IPNE members or?
Oh, absolutely. So so it's just Jason at instaFreebie.com.
Cool.
And we have real live human support, whether it's for readers or for authors. So it's a really good team. So if you have any specific questions, feel free to contact support. We're very quick on turnaround on that. So if it's interest in the product or kind of what we do. So
right, good, okay. Well, we'll put you to the test.
Great.
And thank you again. And we'll be in touch about the conference and all that. So,
sounds great. Well, thank you for having me again.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'm going to stop the broadcast, and I'm hoping that people watch this and come again on Thursday at 12. We are here with Ask the Experts every week. Cool. And next week, I think we're going to be talking about series fiction.
Oh, very cool.
So it's some good way to kind of get some traction, and also many of our conference speakers will be appearing on Ask the Experts. So we're going to have a wonderful spring and summer with that. And,
great.
We also have our book awards. I have to say, our book awards registration is open now until May 6th. So you have until May 6th, and it's a great way to leverage your, if you have a winner, it's a great way to get some traction from that too. So we'll We'll be back on next Thursday. Thanks.